Little update on Bitcoin. Well, you guys realize, if you've been watching my channel, you guys realize that about a week or two ago, I said that I was expecting Bitcoin to go down in price, and that I was going to start buying in at 3,800. She almost made it there tonight. She made it to, let's see, let me take a look at, Stamp made it down to 39.06. That's $106 over where I plan on starting to buy back in. And at this rate, I think that my personal opinion is that it's going to get there pretty soon. I'm prepared. I'll tell you the truth. I'm prepared to start actually buying it tomorrow if the price can get down to 38, $100 cheaper, or maybe $150 something cheaper than it is right now. It's been fluctuating. It's been going down today. It's almost getting down to my price target. Now, my plan is, and I laid it out for you guys last week, my plan is to start buying at 38, and then I'm going to buy all the way down to the bottom so that I can price average. Now, what I'm going to do is when Bitcoin gets down to its bottom, it'll probably stay at its bottom, and it'll probably make a bottom for a while. It'll take it a while to make bottom. It'll find its bottom, and then we're going to start the mother of all bull markets. You heard what I said. I believe that after Bitcoin finds its bottom, and I'm not sure how long that's going to take. It might take as short as a month to find its bottom and then start to rise back up again. It might take as long as a year and a half, maybe. I don't think it's going to take that long, a year and a half or 2 years. It might take 2 years. I don't think it's going to take that long, though, personally. I really don't think it's going to take 2 years. I think it's probably going to take a few months, just a few months, to find its bottom and then start the huge bull market. But this bull market's going to be coming, and they're going to implement something on Bitcoin called the Lightning Network, and it's going to be incredible. At any rate, I haven't come on tonight to really talk about the Lightning Network too much, but suffice to say that in the end, Bitcoin's going to become scalable. What this actually means is it means that transactions for the whole world will be able to be made just on Bitcoin alone, not counting Litecoin and Ethereum and some of these other cryptocurrencies that are going to be really are going to handle some of the heat. I personally think that in the end, cryptocurrencies are going to win. And this is why I'm thinking that this is the buying opportunity of a lifetime. This is the time when you buy in this time, you don't sell. Now, I sold before. I profit took off of Bitcoin. A couple times I've profit taken off of Bitcoin. I'm not going to do it again until I can profit take and I never have to profit take again. I personally believe, because there's only 20 million Bitcoins and they're going to have to be shared through the whole world, because this is going to be used by the whole world. I believe this is going to be the world reserve currency. Bitcoin's going to be the gold for the world. That you only have to have one Bitcoin is what I believe. I believe that most of the general population is not going to have a Bitcoin. What they're going to have is like 0.01, if they're fortunate. You know, by the time a lot of these people finally decide to buy into Bitcoin, is when all their friends and neighbors are buying into Bitcoin, and they're going to empty their bank account out. Say they got $50,000 in their bank account, and they're going to be able to buy like 0.003 or something like that, something ridiculously stupid like that is all they're going to get for like the $50,000. Well, right now, you know, they could get the $50,000. They could get themselves what? 10 Bitcoin? No, more. 11 or 12 Bitcoins, like 12 Bitcoins right now, 12 whole Bitcoins. But they're going to wait. They're going to wait until all their friends and neighbors have got it, and the dollar's going down the toilet, and then they're going to buy in, and what they're going to get is like 0.003. You know, they're going to get some tiny little fraction of a coin. You know, and so the rich guy, he's going to have a whole coin, one whole Bitcoin, and it's going to be the Bitcoin to be when they become so they're shared through the whole earth, and everybody wants them, and everybody then is using them as money, because that's what they're going to be. They're going to be the most purest form of money there is, and the proof of that is right now. Probably next to Bitcoin, the most purest form of money right now is gold. Bitcoin is digital gold, and you can actually take a Bitcoin and go out and buy real gold with it, proving that it is the purest form of money. And so this is going to be the buying opportunity of a lifetime. I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks, that the Bitcoin price is going to drop because it went up too fast. That's the only reason it's dropping. The only reason it's dropping at all is because it just went up too fast. It's got too big for its own britches too quick. But this isn't going to last. This slide down in the price of Bitcoin that we're seeing now is not going to last. It's only a temporary thing. And like I say, I'm thinking a couple months, a few months it's going to last for. Maybe 2 or 3 months or something, or 4 months. It could last as long as 2 years, but I don't think it's going to last 2 years. And so I'm starting to buy at 3,800. I'm going to cost average all the way down to the bottom, and then I'm going to buy up the other side a little bit, as high as I can afford. Every month I'll take in a few bucks, and I'll just go in and I'll buy a little bit of Bitcoin, just a little bit. And I'll keep adding up. My goal is right now is to get a whole coin. I want to have a whole coin. I want to have a whole Bitcoin. And I'm going to take advantage of this price drop to try to get a full coin. That coin, you know, I mean, I think that in about 5 years from now, that coin will probably be worth maybe, I don't know, some outrageous amount. You know, and probably enough if a person was careful to be set for life, you know, the amount of money that one coin will be worth, because there's only what is there, 17 million of them or something. A lot of them have been lost or whatever, and you're going to spread that out over the whole world. It's digital money, and this got the first mover advantage. Bitcoin does. So all of these other cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is set to standard. It ain't going away. It ain't going to get knocked. This crown ain't going to get knocked off. It proved that just a couple of weeks ago when the network split and Bitcoin Cash came out. It never knocked the crown off of this stuff. It off of Bitcoin. It never even touched Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin Cash is probably a great buy, too, because Bitcoin Cash will find its own niche, I should say. Here's the thing, and here's a point I want to bring out to you guys, is in the world, right now, we have all kinds of different fiat currencies. We've got the U.S. dollar. Now, compare the U.S. dollar to Bitcoin. It's the number one. It's the world reserve. Now, Bitcoin is the world reserve cryptocurrency. Now, what's next to the dollar? Probably the euro. So compare the euro to Ethereum, right? And then you got the yuan. So the yuan would be something like Litecoin. And see, they're comparable. The cryptocurrencies are all going to be good. Not just Bitcoin alone, but there's room for all of them. They each serve a purpose. They each have their own special little niche. They each have their own speed that they transmit across the network. They both have their own. They all have their own algorithms that they function on. Like Litecoin is on Script, and Bitcoin is on SHA-256. You know, they each have their own niche. They can be used for their own special purposes. Bitcoin's probably one of the most deflationary of the bunch. Bitcoin is such a deflationary currency that it's a deflationist. It's an investor's wet dream. I'll put it that way. It's an investor's wet dream. Bitcoin is just going to keep going up and up and up forever. I mean, it's just, I mean, like if I own one Bitcoin, right, 5 or 10 years from now, say that's worth $500,000, and say I sell it. 5 years later, it'll be worth $2.5 million. And I'll be like, oh, I could have got way more for it. But in actuality, it won't be worth $2.5 million. What will happen is Bitcoin's going to come into its own, and you're not going to anymore compare it to dollars. Like, see, that's our way of thinking right now, saying, okay, it's worth $500,000 or whatever. We compare it to dollars. But what's going to happen is, like 5 years from now, I won't be selling it for dollars. You can use the Bitcoin directly as cash. So you want to buy a car. You just take your Bitcoin wallet out, and you buy the car for like 0.001 or something ridiculous like that. So you want to buy a new house. You can take your Bitcoin wallet out, and it'll be like 0.01 or 0.02 or something, you know, to buy a house. And so what you'll find is just that one coin. Like if you say you go and you buy groceries, you fill your shopping cart up full, right? You just bought your new house for 0.1 Bitcoin, so you got 99 left, 0.99, and you go and you buy your new car for 0.001, and so you still got almost the whole Bitcoin, and you bought a new car and a new house, and you stop at the grocery store. Now you need groceries, and that's 0.00001. It's like you could buy groceries for 2 lifetimes. You could feed 10 families for 2 lifetimes just on that one Bitcoin. That's the buying power this stuff could actually have when it comes right down to it. So right now people are saying, hey, you know, Bitcoin's really expensive at $4,000 a piece or whatever they're at, right? There might come a point in the future, maybe 2, 3, 4 years from now, when people will look back and say, oh, you could have bought a Bitcoin for $4,000? Oh, my God. They're going to say, that was so cheap, you know? Like, you could have bought it for that? Just that measly little bit of money? You know? And the same thing's happening now. You look back a year and a half or 2 years ago, and you could have bought a Bitcoin for $200. And so now that they're $4,000, you're saying, oh, that's so cheap for $200. But back when they were 200, people were thinking they were high. Back when they were 200. It's all relative. You see? And so what's happened is Bitcoin's busted through right now. It's went up so fast, so quick, that it's in for a little bit of and this is what's happening right now. It's a correction. But it's going to be a strong correction. It's going to take it because it went up so fast, so high, so it's going to come down, and it's going to come down probably. I don't think it's going to go under 2,000, or maybe it could. It could go under 2,000, 1,000 at the lowest, absolute lowest. But I really don't think it's going to make it to 1,000. But I think it's probably going to go. I don't know. I'm just going to guess maybe 2,500 or something, or 3,000. It's probably going to be its bottom. It's going to make. But then she's going to go along and she's going to figure out a price, and then she's going to start to climb again. And next time it starts to climb, this is going to be the big one. But even when it tops out this time, I don't think that I'm going to profit take on it. Even if it tops out like at 25,000, I'm going to resist the urge. And say I got one coin and it tops out at $25,000. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to just, it's going to be hard. It's going to, no, don't sell it. No. I'm going to hang on to the sucker. Because it'll fall off again. It'll 25,000. It's following this same pattern. Let's say it goes up to 25,000. It'll fall back down to like, I don't know, 12,000 or something. Or maybe 18,000. It'll fall back from, and then what'll happen is then it'll stay there for a while, and then it'll start climbing up, and the next time it goes up, it'll be 100,000. Where does it stop? I'll tell you when it stops, and when it's going to finally settle in, is when it gets to the point where the people that are transferring and they're going over to the new cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin's the leader, they're going to buy into Bitcoin, and they're going to take the money out of their bank account. They're finally going to relent. They're going to say, even these die-hard guys who just they write letters on there. They hate all people that's cryptocurrency. Go to hell, cryptocurrency people. In the end, they will give in the end when everybody else is using it, and they can't go into the store and buy anything without it. Because the store will say, we don't take dollars anymore. You got to use your phone, scan they want to buy their vegetables at the grocery store, and they got to scan it with their cryptocurrency wallet. They'll have a barcode on the thing on each piece of vegetable. I'm talking maybe 5 years from now. You won't be able to buy anything without your cell phone, without your smartphone. You'll walk into the grocery store, and there won't be any registers there anymore. No tellers there at all. How it'll work is you'll walk up, say you want to buy a watermelon. You'll walk up with your telephone, and there will be a little barcode thing on the watermelon, and you just go run your phone over it, and the phone will go beep. And then a little button will come up, and it'll say, do you want to purchase this watermelon? It says verify, say yes, and you click the phone, yes, and you've just purchased the watermelon. Now you put it in your cart, and it's all paid for. And you walk through the store, and you do that to every product that you buy, and you check everything out yourself. You walk out through the front of the store, and everything's paid for. And that's how it works, and it's all off of your phone, and it's all paid for in cryptocurrency. This is the kind of world we're heading to with the cryptocurrencies. You know? And it's going to be goodbye cash. And so these guys that are diehards, when the store tells them we're not taking fiat anymore because you got to bring in a whole wheelbarrow full of it anyway in order to cash in it. You want a loaf of bread, you need 200 pounds of fiat to buy a 2-pound loaf of bread. They're just going to say, well, we don't take that stuff anymore. You got to have your cryptocurrency. And so by the time they decide, hey, you know, I'm going to switch over to cryptocurrency because they've been the diehard, they'll take everything out of their bank account, and they're going to get 0.00003 or whatever on their cryptocurrency. Like, you know, and these other people that went in early, the early movers, are going to get the early mover advantage on the stuff. And like I was saying tonight, you're probably smart if you just spend your lotto money on the stuff every month, you know. Instead of buying the lottery, purchasing lottery tickets, just go in and purchase your real lottery ticket, the lottery ticket that's going to get you there, the lottery ticket that's really going to be the winner in the end. You know, I mean, you're going to have to wait a few years. You're going to have to be patient. But like I told you about a week or two ago, I said that this stuff's going to come down, this cryptocurrency, and I said I got to be patient. And I'm waiting tonight, and I'm watching her coming down. And my buying opportunity is presenting itself, starting to. It's going to start to. I said I'm going to start to buy in at 3,800, and I'm going to buy all the way to the bottom. That's my plan. And I don't know what the bottom's going to be yet. And it's exciting. It's exciting because I don't really know where the bottom's going to settle in on this stuff yet. But it's also exciting because I can see my buying opportunity coming here. It's going to be starting pretty soon. Right now it's was it 39.06? 39.77 right now. So it's only 177 more dollars to go. Go Bitcoin, go down, down, so I can buy. I'll start buying tomorrow. You know. And that's just the thing. I seriously think it's going to drop all night, and I think by tomorrow morning I'm going to be able to start buying in again, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait to get few Bitcoins back again, to get my coin back. You know, I miss my coin. This is the golden opportunity. This is the golden child, because this time, oh, it's going to be so tempting not to sell when this thing gets up to like $30,000. You know, and not the profit take this time. But I gotta stay by my plan. I'm gonna have to stay by my plan, you know, and hang on to this for about 5 years, this coin. And then finally, when I do move on the coin, this one coin, I think you'll be able to retire on it. That's honestly, goodness, what I think is gonna happen. This is exciting times we live in. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and hey, we'll catch you in the next show.